Such a wide way of looking at this. There's so many layers to this word Om. How many times have you been in a class and we've chanted the word Om? Yeah? Yeah? Every class. Do you actually even know why you're doing it? Because I tell you to. Yeah. But it's, so whatever we do, it's the intention behind that makes it work. So as I started to look at the word Om in depth, I started to realize the amount of layers that it had. And the amount of layers that it had are internally and externally. So first things that we need to do is to actually learn how to say and then feel the word Om. So Om is actually A down here, U, M. It's not O-M, yeah? It's how you feel it. So A, do that. A, So I like to feel that the is quite low down, and then the is in the heart, and then the M is in the vibration as you shut the mouth. So it's at the lower back of the mouth, the center, and then the as you close your lips. Yeah? So try again. You can touch or you can just feel it in your mouth. According to Sanskrit and Patanjali's, the philosophy behind our practice. So this is one of Patanjali's copies. This is by Master Iyengar. And there's so many other copies that you can get. I think I've got about 5 books. So the idea of it is these are notes from a student that's been recorded over the years. And the little sentences are always the same, but it's the writing afterwards that are a lot different. So according to Patanjali's, he calls this a pranava in the scriptures. And a pranava, he says, is the sound Om. So in the old scriptures, he writes it as this word called pranava. So he refers to it as this sound Om, and the sound that starts everything, meaning that we're all made from vibration. Your vibration, I'm vibration, everything is vibration. And he says that the first vibration was the vibration of Om that started everything. In other words, the bang. So if this vibration is Om, then Om is consciousness, awareness, God, whatever you want. It's the sound of that, Mother Nature. So he says if you listen deeply, everything has the vibration of Om in it. But we're just disconnected. So if you think about it that way, it's your intention behind the sound that you're making. So if it's your consciousness, your God, your Mother Nature, the vibrations of me, you, everything, it's that's meaning. So that's where sometimes it's put down that Om means absolutely everything or nothing to you. It's your vibration. So if you ever walked into a room and you can feel the energy in the room and you think, oh, it's going to be an argument here, or you can feel the energy from someone else, or you're at a pub and you think something's going to happen in a minute. You can feel the energy change. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah? That's what it's saying. So it's the intention behind this vibration of Om that can erase everything. That's why we do it at the beginning of the class. It's like a rubber. You walk into the class, you've just got stuck in a traffic jam. You walk in and the teacher will tell you, sit down and we're going to Om together. A-U-M. Do you still think about that? The argument or the traffic jam or the car park? It's an eraser. So it can rub out everything. It's like a clean slate. When you really understand it, and it can mean your cosmic consciousness, your God, your energy behind this world, or you can just use it as an eraser. It says that Om is the beginning, the middle and end of everything. The way it's said. It has a beginning, a middle, an end of everything. Yeah? And if you look to nature, everything has a beginning, a middle and an end. So it's that as well. And I think that's a lovely way to look at it as well, that we just realise that everything has a beginning, a middle and end. And when you're going through something sometimes, you think that you're never going to get to the end of something. But everything has a beginning, a middle and end. And if we look to nature, the trees, it has it when they're blooming and then the leaves drop and then it all starts over again, this beautiful pattern. We're just going to hear some words from Patanjali's, this particular version. Julie's going to read it to us.
His symbol is the symbol Om. This sound is divine. It stands in praise of divine fulfillment. Om is the universal sound, Sabda Brahman. Philosophically, it is regarded as the seed of all words. No word can be uttered without the symbolic sound of these three letters, A, U and M. The sound begins with the letter A, causing the mouth to open, so the beginning is A. To speak, it is necessary to roll the tongue and move the lips. This is symbolised by the letter U. The ending of the sound is the closing of the lips, symbolised by the letter M. Om represents communion with God, the soul, and with the universe.
Again, it says that what we don't realise is the vibrations you can create through words as well. You know, in class when we say through thought, word and deed, we need to think about that. You know, physical scars heal. How long can words stay with you that somebody else has said? The vibrations from their words. So also, it's the way that we can say our words and the energy that we put through our words. So I can look at Michelle and I can go, hello, darling. Or I can go, you're all right, darling. It's the way that it can be the same word. It can be changed, that energy behind it. You know, I'm just playing now. But do you know, has anybody had that? That the way that people's words can have an impact on you. And we think that, you know, it's like your words can be a weapon and we don't even realise. But that's where I said it's the energy that you put behind that, your intention that you put behind that. Your words can be misunderstood, but it's your intention behind the word as well. So through practice of these mantras, remember we're talking what, 500 BC this was written? How long the teachings were before that? God knows how long they've been going. But if they said that these vibrations can help you clean the slate, isn't it worth a go? Isn't it worth something to practice at home? AUM. They say it's 4 sounds because you make it as you come up and it's the vibrations that change. So what did we say about the science behind it? What does the mantra?
Even our innermost unspoken thoughts create waves of sound vibration. So Om represents the elemental movement of sound, which is the foremost form of energy.
So it's shifting the way that the energy moves through your body by making this vibration. It also says that it's the awakening state. It says that A is the awakening state, U is the dream state, M is the deep sleep state, and when you put it all together is pure consciousness. What does that mean, pure consciousness? Any idea?
Without the thoughts and fluctuations of the mind.
Exactly. And it comes back to that again. Pure consciousness when you are not disturbed by thoughts within your mind. And this will only happen through practice. So once we have that, this higher state of consciousness, we can start to drop everything away that's disturbing us. And if this is through, Patanjali says to us in these old scriptures that this is more important than just your physical practice. More important than your physical practice. He only mentions it a few times about the physical practice. The rest is about working on your mind. And we want the energy to be moving up. If you've been doing the chakra work with me, we're moving the energy upwards and out. Moving the energy upwards and out. Why do we want to move the energy up?
So it doesn't go the other way. To release it.
Yeah.
So you don't ground it.
So you're moving up, so everything's moving equally. Your chakra system is flowing up. They say when you go ready to go to heaven, the crown of your head opens up again. Yeah, this opens. And when you want the energy driving up to cosmic consciousness, the awareness. The thing is we're connected to everything. Our energy is connected to everything, but we've become disconnected. Lockdown didn't help us with that. We come disconnected to nature, disconnected to everything. You know, it's like, do I really need, I didn't bother, do I really need to be playing music today? Or does it already have a beautiful sound? Do we need to drown that sound out? And then it all goes quiet, yeah? And that's the thing, is they say that eventually when we is the pause as well. So when we chant, it's the pause afterwards that has the vibrations moving through us still. Yeah? That's why we let it settle for a moment so we can hear the inner sound of us. Nadi is deep listening, and we want to deep listen. Or otherwise we're always distracted, always got something on. If it's our watches, the telly, this, that, the other. How often do you think you really listen to somebody anymore? It's like how often do we actually really take in something? How long are we actually connected to something before we start to disconnect and not listen? So yoga, this union, tells us that we have this deep listening, and it's a deep listening inside you. And this is why I say to you, listen to your breath, listen to what, you're breathing. And that's the connection to yourself as well. So it's this inner connection to everything as we move up. And this is what meditation does to us as well. It allows us to just stop and listen inwards to ourselves.